All right, you've chosen to watch the standard algorithm strategy. So the standard algorithm is what your parents are used to learning, and it's what most people in the world do. It's probably the fastest method. So 91 times 3, Mrs. Royer went over this a little bit yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that we remember. So 91 times 3, we are going to start off by multiplying the ones places. 3 times 1 is 3, and then we're going to multiply 3 times 9, and because we're not going to put it down here to add, we're putting it right in the problem. It's going to go right next to it. We don't have to worry about the value being a 90. So 9 times 3 is 27. So our answer is 273. We don't have to write anything down here because we're not doing partial products. We're doing the whole product right at once. All right, so now an easier version of a 2 by 2 multiplication problem. So again, we're going to start off with our ones places. 6 times 2 is 12. So I'm going to put my 2 down here because it's in the ones place and that's what we're multiplying. But the 1 for 12 has to go up in the tens place, so we're going to put it up here. So now we've done 6 and the 2, so now we're going to do 6 and our 1. So 6 times 1 is 6, and we have to add in our 1 that we carried. So 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we have 72 if we were to ignore this 2 and it were just 12 times 6. So we have to now go in and multiply our 20 out. So our second part is we're done with our 6 and we're done with this 1 that we carried. Now we're trying to figure out this 2. So remember that this 2 is actually a 20. We can't just start multiplying and writing it down here because that's a 20. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the 0 from the 20 and move it down here. So now that I've dropped the 0, I can forget about it. I've already put it in where it needs to go. Now I can just worry about this 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to write that right down below. And 2 times 1 is 2. I didn't have to carry anything to multiply my 2 out. So now I have 2 answers. So in order to solve the problem, I'm going to have to add those answers together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 4 is 11. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So I have 312 as my answer. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit harder. There's going to be more borrowing, more carrying. So I wanted to kind of build up to it. So now we're on 48 times 56. So I'm, again, as always, going to start with my ones place. So 6 times 8 is 48. So the 8 is in the ones place, so it stays in the 1 column. And the 4 has to go in the tens column, so it needs to go up here above this 4. So now I've finished my 6 times 8. Now I'm on 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Then we have to add what we carried. 24 plus 4 is 28. So I'm going to write 28 in. So now I've officially finished with the 6, and I already used the number I carried. So now I'm going to move on to the 5. Now remember, this 5 isn't just a 5. It's in the tens place, so it's a 50. So that we don't have to think about it being a 50 all the time, we're just going to go ahead and put our 0 down here. So we're dropping our 0 off of the tens place, and we're putting it down here in the ones place so that it's out of the way. So now we have 5 times 8, which is 40. So I'm going to put my 0 down below, and I'm going to carry my 4. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. Notice that I've kept everything very organized so that when I add, I don't get mixed up. So I'm going to add my 2 answers together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 0 plus 2 is 2. So my answer is 2,688. So here's our final strategy. I hope that this helps. This is definitely the fastest one.